You know what? Why do you get the cool chair?
Because I was the first one to sit in it.
This is my house.
She sells seashells down by the seashore.
We are best buddies.
Was it recording?
Yes. This has been recording for way too long. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Game Over. This is the first episode of Tabletop Today.
Also, if you guys follow us on Instagram, we did post yesterday. We'd just like to give a shout out to Laser Cuts for making these focus.
Yeah, well, it's not.
It's not gonna focus. But
yeah, that's our logo right there.
These awesome Game Over coffee mugs. Again, special thanks to Laser Cuts over in Binghamton. We will link their Facebook page in the description of this video. You guys want to check them out? They do Etsy, and they basically do like engraving work for like lots of stuff. You want a cool mug, they can do a cool mug. You want something cool engraved or like something laser cut leather, they can do that too. So again, thanks to them for making us these awesome mugs for our segment today.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Also, one more ad before we get started.
Yes.
We got in our Game Over Supply vinyl stickers. These are really high quality stickers, man. And I have mine in my car. It's currently in the shop right now, but that's not here nor there.
These things are like weatherproof. You know, you can literally stick this on your car and, you know, go through the car wash. It's not going to come off.
Yep.
And we live in New York, so the weather is crud.
Yeah.
So if it can survive New York weather, it can survive a lot of other stuff. These will first be available at Soundground on the Vestal Parkway in Vestal, New York.
Or if you know one of us from school or something, then
or from work, or you just see us. Yeah. I mean, I know everybody in like these next 4 towns.
Same.
Just say, hey, I want to get one of those stickers there. $2.99 plus tax at local retail. They will eventually be available online. Coming soon.
Coming near you. But yeah, so that's that.
These are our Game Over vinyl stickers. Stickles.
No shame. No shame plugs.
Okay, so let's get to the segment. So
lots of good stuff happened this week. Mainly Pokemon-wise, nothing really too
big. Everyone else. But what we will mostly be covering is what has happened recently. For all of like the Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, D&D. We'll also throw in like if there's some cool video game news, because we'll eventually be doing like Twitch streams when Pokemon Let's Go comes out, and
I'm so hyped for that.
We'll be doing like Pogo vlogs just because they're kind of fun to do.
We also have one in the works right now. I just haven't uploaded it yet.
For those of you who do play Pokemon Go, recently, by the time you see this video, it'll be like 4 days, 5 days since it's been out. But Gen 4 finally dropped.
I'm so hyped
in Pokemon Go.
We got our Turtwings, our Piplup.
One of my favorite gens. It was the one that I really started getting into the whole like battling structure and like all the stats and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's actually when I got back. That was my first like Pokemon. So I had a Game Boy, right? And that was Gen 3, but my brother gave that to me. Pokemon Pearl and my DS were my first like official game consoles that I owned.
So that's a big deal. Giratina is going to be the first like legendary. He'll probably be like the EX raid boss from what we're all thinking, because he's been in like all the trailers for it so far.
Yeah.
I don't know how people thought he was Arceus. Like seriously. It's Giratina. It's not hard to tell.
Yeah. Devil Dragon, weird goat.
Arceus is not a goat.
What is he?
Like a horse or something. He's a cosmic horse.
We'll just go with a gorse.
A gorse, yeah. Or a goat horse.
Or a hote.
A hote. A horse or a ghost. You decide. Comment below.
Anyway.
In Pokemon Let's Go, they did just put out a new trailer today, so by the time you see this, it'll have been another, 4 days. But the new trailer did show that there's going to be, Master Trainers. So it's going to be, a title that you get. So basically, if you're fighting a Venusaur Master Trainer, you have to fight them with a Venusaur. If you beat them, you get the title of Master Venusaur Trainer.
And there's about, from what we saw, there was 10 or 11 different trainers that you got Chars. One of each starter, so you got Bulbasaur, Venusaur, Charizard.
Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise, but
whatever. There's Dragonite, there's
Metapod.
That's
going to be awful to do. If you guys saw the original anime, or as a lot of people call it in the West, cartoon, as Max Mofo would say, Ash fought someone with a Metapod, and he used his Metapod. It went on all day. They just used Harden all day long until they all got really tired and went home. So that was the Pokemon Let's Go and Pokemon Go news. Obviously, those games are going to be compatible, so that'll be really cool. We'll have some stuff for that as it actually comes out, and we'll probably do like a vlog if the GameStops around here end up doing a midnight release. We will be going to those as well.
That'll be sweet.
So we'll have a little vlog from that. And they usually do a really big Pokemon sale on those midnight releases, so we'll be able to pick up some cool stuff.
You bet your $5 that we're going to be getting some cool stuff. So we'll have some content, unboxings, all that good stuff coming to a theater near you, or just your phone.
Alright, so let's get on to what you're all actually here for, is the tabletop news for this past week.
Yeah, so we got...
This will cover...
From Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic, D&D, did I say Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah. But yeah, right now, this week there wasn't really much... there wasn't much in the TCG community, but there was a couple of things. One being the, what's it called? The Soul
Fusion for Yu-Gi-Oh!
Soul Fusion for Yu-Gi-Oh! Comes out Friday, tomorrow?
We're recording this on the 18th. Soul Fusion comes out on the 19th, so this video will span... like, I think it's the 15th through the 19th, and you guys will see it on the 20th, I think it is. Whatever that Monday...
Monday is.
The 22nd.
Yeah.
You'll see it on the 22nd. So all the news will be from like the week prior, just kind of like a recap, also with like coming soon stuff. So that's basically what this is going to cover. So yeah, we do have Soul Fusion that comes out on the 19th. About a month after that, we do get the Soul Fusion Special Editions, which for any of you Yu-Gi-Oh! Players who have needed a copy of Summon Sorceress or Isolde, Tale of Two Noble Knights, which are like $25 cards a piece, they are actually going to be promos in the Soul Fusion Special Edition next month. Which means they're going to be really freaking cheap. Like, they'll be like $1 or $2 at most. So that's awesome. If you have the 2 copies of them already, sell them now before they become worthless. And then get the 2 cheaper ones when they come out. That's my advice.
Last bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! News. The Legendary Hero decks are out now. I think they came out, what, last week?
Last Saturday, something like that.
Oh yeah, they're out. You get Destiny Hero, you get...
Phantom Knights.
Phantom Knights, and then...
And then Nordic Beasts.
Nordic Beasts, okay.
Yeah. We'll probably be doing a video out of what one of those is like the best out of them. Now don't get me wrong, all of these decks come with really, really amazing reprints, but it's just like right out of the box what one's the best. We'll be talking about that. What one has the most potential if you were to do what a lot of people do with structure decks, whereas if you get 3 of the same structure deck and you smush them together and you get one pretty good deck, we'll be going over which one of those is the best as well. I'm working on Phantom Knights right now.
And I'm working on
one of the 2. I'm not a fan of the Nordic deck. It's a little clunky.
I'll be doing the Destiny Hero. I want to do Elemental Hero, but I was just kind of like, well, you know, they came with Destiny Hero. Destiny Heroes are better, so I'm just going to do that.
Stay tuned.
Or don't. I don't know.
We are approaching, for Pokemon news here, we are approaching the pre-release season for Pokemon Lost Thunder. That's going to be huge. That is the biggest Pokemon set ever to release in English.
210 cards plus, because you got the secret rares, you got all that good stuff.
And I'm assuming there's going to be about 20 secret rares, so we're looking at around 230 cards in that set, plus the reverse set, which is the parallel set.
Wait, what?
The reverse hollows.
Oh,
it's technically like the parallel set. So this is going to be absolutely massive if you were to count it out card for card, which is going to be a big deal. We're getting a lot of new competitive support in this.
I think it'll be like 200. I think it's going to clock out at like 219 cards.
No, I would go higher than that, dude. Typically sets have at least 12 secret rares or 10 secret rares.
So I'll clock out at like 222.
222, 230, somewhere in there. We'll have an exact figure for you guys. I haven't given out the exact set list, but we'll do like a video where we're like breaking down the set, best cards in the set. There's going to be a lot of new standard staples. Professor Elms, something or other. I can't remember the last word of that card. But he lets you search your deck for 3 Pokemon with 60 HP or less and stick them into your hand. So he's kind of like the new Bridget. Not quite as good, but still really, really good for setup. You know, you lay into him and then bring out basically everything you need to get rolling.
Now that Bridget is not
in standard anymore.
I'm still mad about that.
For those of you that are big fans of the Dragon Majesty set, I'm sorry. When Lost Thunder comes out, it is going to be killed. There's a lot of fairy support coming out. We got the new fairy type Alolan Ninetales and Mimikyu GX and the fairy charms, which basically attach it to your fairy type Pokemon. It is a tool, makes it immune to a particular type, and one of those types is, yes, dragons. So not only is the opponent going to be hitting you for weakness, they're going to be completely immune to you unless you can get rid of that tool card.
Fuel blower.
For Magic, about a week, 2 weeks ago, Guilds of Ravnica did come out. That set is actually very cool. We get the reprints of the Shocklands and also Assassin's Trophy, which I can't even remember what the card does. But either way, $20 card. I had a guy open a box the other day. He got 2 out of 1 box. And it's just a regular rare. It's not a mythic. It is a ludicrously good card. It's a green-black, I believe, multicolor. And a lot of people are using that, especially in Commander. It's going to be a really, really big staple for a lot of Commander decks. So that'll be exciting to see where that goes.
Alright, now let's get into the juiciness of the PTCG. Did I say that right? Yeah.
PTCG, Pokemon Trading Card Game.
So, this week they announced the World Championship decks. They will be released on November.
Wow.
Alright, sorry about that. Camera clocked out. So,
as we were saying,
it's
been a big week for Pokemon TCG news.
World Championship decks got announced. So they are
launching on the 18th, but there is an interesting story that does deserve some explanation.
But first, we'll go over what they are. Zoroark GX.
Which is Zoroark Garbodor, I believe, for Masters Division Champion.
Banette GX.
Banette Garbodor for Junior Division Champion.
Buzzwole GX.
Buzzwole Lycanroc, or no. Banette Garb is Senior, and Buzzwole Lycanroc is Junior Champions.
And finally, this is the twist. Rayquaza GX.
He was the... Actually, if you watch the stream, you will note that typically they reprint the second place deck for Masters Division. However, in this particular instance, there was something that happened. So, Jeff Kolnek, I'm probably butchering that last name, won second place in the Masters Division at Worlds this year, running a Psychic Malamar deck. However, news came to light recently that he was disqualified and expelled from the Pokemon Competitive League, as there was accusations, which probably ended up being true, of him false shuffling. Now, false shuffling is basically where you hold the top couple cards in your hand and make it look like you're shuffling the rest of your deck, and you leave those there. And he was, as far as anyone can figure, was accused of that and expelled from the league. So his deck and his title actually got revoked, leaving Pedro Torres of Spain, the third place in the Masters Division, as the new second place player, whose deck is now getting reprinted, which is Rayquaza.
Which would be good because Rayquaza is expensive. So if you want to make a Rayquaza deck, then
and just play the deck just for casual. You can't use any of the cards for competitive, but it's still a fun way to kind of goof around.
Yeah. So that kind of like when I texted him, the Rayquaza GX was getting a Worlds deck. You're like, no, you're wrong.
Yeah, because I didn't see that he topped, but I did hear the accusations of him being accused of cheating. I didn't know the validity of them.
And they were pretty valid if he got...
I guess they were valid, because apparently he got expelled from the league and is no longer allowed to compete. Because cheating will get your title revoked and will get your competitive card suspended.
Yeah.
And or expelled.
Especially if you place that high, too, because then you know that they were probably doing it the whole time.
Yeah, because there's a lot of prize money tied up with the Worlds. I think second place for Masters Division is like $17,000 prize. Something like that. So there's... it's no small thing cheating at an event like that. So if he did actually cheat,
I would do the same thing, Pokemon. You did good.
I don't know why he actually was expelled from it. Again, I'm assuming it was because of the rumor of him false shuffling. But
either way, something happened. He got expelled. Rayquaza GX
is now the second place deck.
So congrats to Pablo.
Yes. Sorry, Jeff. But if you cheated, don't cheat.
I was gonna say I'm not sorry, because if you cheated, you deserve it. Sorry about it. Now, Pokemon TCG Part 2.
There's a lot that happened for Pokemon this past week.
McDonald's is getting cards. They're getting toys and cards. So yeah, Reshiram, Zekrom, Thundurus, Tornadus,
Latios,
and Dialga and Palkia.
And those are the toys. Now with the toys, there's a set of, I believe it's like 12 promo cards.
I think so.
McDonald's does these every year or something, but these promos are just reprints of cards that have already been out with a special foiling. They're always worth money. So even if you don't eat at McDonald's, which I don't,
I rarely do.
You can still walk in and buy the toy for like $2 or something, and it's always worth it because of the card.
Yeah, because it's always $2 or more. And the figure too is pretty collectible. Like me, I really want the restaurant. That's what I want.
I'll take the Zekrom. But the exciting thing about the promos that they're doing is typically they don't reprint cards that actually have much like competitive viability. But this time, they are reprinting the Energy Evolution Eevee as a special promo foil. So that's going to be very, very sought after, and it's probably going to be like a $5 or $6 foil in all honesty.
I think so too.
And those actually are out at McDonald's right now until November 12th. So if you can, go scoop up a bunch of those guys, because they're going to be, like, those promos are always worth it, especially if you have the complete set. People love to buy the complete set. Collectors go nuts for those just because they're so exclusive and hard to actually complete the set.
Speaking of Eeveelutions.
Speaking of Eeveelutions, that ties us into the next news for the Pokemon TCG.
You guys won't believe it. Finally got announced. Vaporeon GX, Jolteon EX, and Flareon EX.
GX.
GX, wow.
On top of that, the rumors of EVGX, yes, they were confirmed, but his card text was in fact revealed. And it is exciting.
And it is good. All of them are good.
Oh yeah, Jolteon's the only one that's kind of eh.
But Flareon is.
Flareon Turbo's Fire Energy, Vaporeon Turbo's something else. Jolteon's just kind of like straightforward, do some damage. But Eevee is very cool. A lot of people have wanted to do Eeveelution decks over the past, you know, where you have Eevee and then all of the evolutions in one deck. That just got a whole lot easier.
And now, you can do it.
Because typically you can only have 4 copies of a card in a deck. Eevee is, regardless of if they're different cards, it's still the same name, so you can only have 4 Eevees in the deck. GX does count as part of the name, so you can have 4 Eevee, 4 EVGX, and you can also throw in Ditto Prism Star. That gives you 9 basics that can evolve into all 8 Eeveelutions. And we also have things like Unit Energy and then Rainbow Energy, so these decks are actually going to be fairly decent. You'll be able to include all of them.
They definitely won't place in the worlds, but...
No, but they'll still be like a fun, moderately competitive deck. But those will probably come out around February. Japan gets them, and they each come with an EVGX and one of the others. EVGX actually will have 2 prints, same card, just alternate arts. And it's actually a fairly decent card, 160 HP. And it's on PokeBeach right now if you want to look at the official translation. Well, I say official, but...
rough translation.
The most accurate translation we have at this moment. Point is, EVGX can evolve into any Pokemon that evolves from Eevee as long as you play it from your hand. It's not like Energy Evolution where you can attach and then search your deck for one.
It just has to be in your hand.
It has to be in your hand. Either way, it's very exciting. That'll be a new deck that everyone will be going crazy for because everybody loves that little guy.
I do too, even though I pre-ordered Let's Go Pikachu, but...
I pre-ordered Let's Go Eevee. My favorite's Sylveon, because everyone knocked fairy types and then I would just come in and destroy with it.
And the janitor sweep.
Yep. You were one of those people.
Yep.
Like, yeah, fairy types are crap. Then why did I just beat you? Touche.
But I also like dragon types too, so...
which makes it even easier.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know a lot of Pokemon news, a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh news. Magic has been pretty quiet aside for Guilds of Ravnica. They should have some more stuff coming out here in the next couple months. But nothing like too major is on the books right now for them, as far as I'm aware. At least my contacts at Wizards of the Coast haven't told me of anything new. But that is it for your segment of Tabletop Today. I know it's a little longer video.
But they'll all be a little longer, just kind of like your news update for the week on everything Tabletop. Nothing really Dungeons and Dragons this week.
Yeah, no.
There's not really any news on that kind of stuff.
There is, it's just
unless
not a ton.
Unless there's like a new storybook or something that comes out.
Yeah, which there hasn't been in like a month.
Yeah, so hopefully,
to my knowledge.
Hopefully in the next month or two they might come out with a new one.
The last one was Waterdeep Dragon Heist, which from what I hear is very good. Haven't played that one, but I hear it's very good.
Our D&D segment will be coming soon. Don't know how soon, could be a month, could be 6 months. I don't know, it's coming sometime soon.
We've got to just build the setup for it so that way you actually have good camera angles and you can see what we're doing.
Right now we just asleep.
Our friend over at Laser Cuts, shout out to you Tyler, is going to be doing the DMing for our D&D segment. So that'll be really, really exciting to see how that plays out. He's a funny man, so I'm hoping it'll be a funny storyline for everybody to follow, and you'll get to watch us be complete morons.
So yeah, that's it for Tabletop Today for this week. We will see you guys in the next video, or we'll see you Tabletop Gaming Tabletop
Today
next
week.
Monday. doing it.
So until next time, this has been